Sitaram, Sitaram. Ram Ram, Hare Krishna. So, yeah, a little practice like that. You know, I was talking to a friend of mine. We're planning a retreat experience together, and she really wants to, her style is to explain and share, this is mantra and this is what the name is, so powerful. This is what kirtan, and this is to pranam. And I'm so inspired by her. But as I do my own practice, which I shared with you here, which I'm not a vocal specialist, I recognize that I disappear into the experience and more do the practice and then see what bubbles up, what happened, what that felt like. So it's just kind of an interesting, I'm so inspired by this sort of thinking it through and then doing, but also noticing that there's this real way in which that really these practices of kirtan or mantra or asana, breath, meditation, they're really not, as Ram Dass would say, about the method, and we're not wanting to really be great at the method so much. It's really what's behind the method. What are we trying to touch into? Each one of these practices is a portal into our own way of connecting more deeply to our inner life, right? So I just was thinking about that, and that's what we do on Yatra, So how much explaining do we do? How much practice do we do? And each person is a little bit different, but I was just sort of noticing that and just inspired by how powerful these practices are, how they do transform us, they do transport us. They are a vehicle of healing, of gaining spiritual merit, perhaps. Of unlocking ourselves, of being able to see ourselves more clearly. Really, the spiritual path is the path of learning to love ourselves. And the way we love and speak to ourselves, how we are with ourselves, is directly reflected in how we are with other people. So, a few things I want to just share with you, some events that are coming up, which is pretty much almost everything I'm doing. Of course, I have a clinical practice, which is kind of tied into the events this season. So there's a donation satsang retreat, and this is a little way of me trying to offer the Himalayan Yoga Yatra at a reduced rate for people who want to have a Yatra experience but just can't afford what it costs to get the plane ticket and get over there and have that experience. And so I hope that changes for you if you want it to. And in fact, we are growing, and I hope to have a hearty scholarship fund for you when the time is right. But in the meantime, come to the Satsang retreat that's here at Hanuman Healing Sanctuary.com. You can look more about what we're doing. But this is the retreat space. It's here at my home, and I hope you'll come. This is June 19th, 20, 21, and 22. The retreat schedule's there. 20 people can stay on the property, and there's several already registered. So I hope you'll come and practice yoga and meditation and breath work and cooking food together and having hearty discussions about soulful topics and doing service and singing kirtan and more, okay? So that's in June. And then later this year, there's two really amazing experiences in India. One is for women. This is gonna happen in Rishikesh. The ashram we're staying in is right on the Ganga. So you can walk on down, and the mornings are going to be kind of spacious so that we can really commune with the Ganga, have your coffee, have your chai, and really have that connective time in nature on the water. So sacred. The afternoons, or the mornings rather, the late mornings, we're going to be in the temple. It's Navratri, so the 9 nights of the goddess. So we'll learn a lot about the archetypal aspects of the divine feminine, all right? And then we're going to apply that, each deity and goddess related to each chakra, also related to an endocrine gland, a life stage, so the larger cycles of life, and all of that is my professional domain. I think most of you know I'm a holistic gynecologist practicing for 30 years. I mean, like legitimate, have a clinical doctorate, ran a clinical trial. So on menopausal hot flashes, I'll send you my paper. It's not well written, but I'd maybe possibly share it with someone. So that's happening. And then the evenings in Rishikesh, we'll have our team, which our men will be invited in to guide us and hold us. And that's a whole other video about the incredible love and seva and cultural understanding. I mean, I guess I'm sharing about it now. I don't know how to even talk about the seva team that Maharaji has assembled for the Himalayan Yoga Yatra and other trips. It is such a deep experience to be held in so much love and service. And I now know what Ram Dass was talking about, what Krishna Das talks about when they say they went to India and they experienced a love they couldn't understand. And of course they felt it with Maharaji, but they felt it with Siddhima, they felt it in the homes when they were befed with the Shah family. It's just a kind of love and care without anything in return that we're very drawn to, that, you know, is a very, you know, important part of life that has become, you know, less common in the West, such that when we go to India and we are in the container of the Yatra, largely due to the Hindustani Indian team there that worked directly with me for all these years, 8-9 years, it's this feeling that it has become the jewel of the Yatra, and it's very much connected to Seva and Maharaji's presence because he assembled the team. So that team is coming together with us in Rishikesh, as well as everywhere else we go, because the team is part of the Yatra experience now. And then later in October, we're following in the footsteps of Ram Dass in the Himalayas, in the local places near Kenchi, Nainital area, really deepening into Maharaji's message in the very places where Ram Dass spent time together with Maharaji and the rest of the gang. All right, so thank you so much. Ram Ram, namaste, and please register for some of these events and join me following in the footsteps of Ram Dass. Okay.